Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh, hope you're going to have a great weekend. Gosh, it is beautiful here in North Carolina. It's chilly, but it is just gorgeous. I'm looking out my window and it's so sunny. Hope you've had a great week. We were busy this week, weren't we? Oh my goodness gracious. We had a lot of topics we covered. I wasn't even sure what I was going to do for today. Hey, April, good morning to you. I saw that you tagged one of your newbies, so good for that. I hope she's able to join. Hope she sees the tag. Maybe even private message her, that might help too. Hey, Sandra, how are you? You know, Sandra, you did I think the profile picture on your Facebook, and oh my gosh, that is such a great picture. That's wonderful. Hey, Marley, good morning. Now, I hope you guys tagged your peeps, and I hope we get some questions. I mean, I'll start with some things, but I want to make sure that this is for our Julie, sorry, we have a Julia. Julie, how are you? Oh my goodness gracious, this is going to be such a fun call. I hope we get a lot of questions. Like I said, I have some things that I need to, I need to share with you guys also. Yeah. Julie, did you have a good week? Has this been a good week for you? It's been busy, hasn't it? I've really kept you guys hopping this week. I'm so glad I was able it is frosted cranberry. Yes. Oh my gosh. Absolutely frosted cranberry. Yeah. Yep, it is, well, you know, enough said, right? Yeah. Enough said. Oh, I'm so glad, Julie. I'm so glad you had a good week. It's a little chilly here. We sleep with almost no heat. I love being cold when I sleep, and so it gets a little chilly in the morning. Yeah, so that's why I have this on. Yep. Okay, Allison, Allison, good. Christina, I hope she's able to join in. Really, this is about our newbies. I really wanted them to have a platform, kind of open mic, so I'm hoping they're going to be able to come on. Hey, Becky, good morning. How are you? Allison, I hope things are going well for you and your business. I haven't had a chance really to chat with you since I met you in Texas. Hey, good morning, Pat. I haven't seen you forever. Gosh, I must be missing some of your posting. You used to post quite a bit in the community group. I haven't seen that lately. Oh, it's -5, Sandra. I don't know. I didn't look at what the degree was here. Yeah. Hey, Mara, how are you? Good morning to you, too. Heather, good morning. Good morning, everybody. That's so sweet. So sweet. Gosh, we have been so busy getting ready for leadership. Julie says, not a newbie. Life happened and relaunching. Oh, Julie, I probably should have even said this would be great for relaunching, because I'm going to talk a little bit about when I moved my business. Because moving a business is like relaunching, and it's like starting brand new. So I have some of those notes this morning also. Yes, Allison, we need a catch-up session. Yep. Yeah, if you guys have anybody that you know is relaunching, restarting, I love that word, relaunching, tag them now, because this is going to be a great call. Even if they can't come live, they'll be able to listen to it later. Yep. Okay, Pat says, we have been on a building project, hubby building me a sewing studio, retreat center. Oh my gosh, Pat. Well, I'm surprised, Pat, that your income with Lemongrass Spa is not helping with that center. I know anytime we wanted to do something special in our lives that we didn't want to take from our bank account, what I would do, guys, is I would add some extra catalog parties to my month. And I used all that income for that project, because we were pretty consistent in my previous life with Pampered Chef. We were real consistent. I mean, I did 8 parties consistently every single month. Sometimes I had a cancellation here or there, not cancellation, reschedule. And if you want to know why I say the difference, make sure you get on my calendar, because it's if you get a cancellation, not a reschedule, you almost need to trace it back to 2 things. Either you talked your host into it, she really didn't want it to do a party and she didn't know how to say no, or you didn't do proper host coaching. So anyway, so we were 8 to 10 parties every month, and then every time we had a project coming up, Pat, I would say, okay, let me be more intentional about my catalog parties. And my team with and I'm going to recommend you guys do this also. My team with Pampered Chef, we always had a kind of a mantra, if you will, where it was always 2 for 1. For every in-home party we did, we scheduled 2 catalog parties. And catalog parties, if you guys really become intentional about offering them, inviting people that work outside the home to share our catalogs and some samples with their coworker friends, they do it all the time. And sometimes my catalog parties were only $200, but I had school teachers, I had nurses. They were around stations and lunchrooms and lounges. They would sell a lot for me, a lot. And then, of course, I would always offer them the consultant opportunity and offer them the catalog sales if they decided to join, because I didn't do anything for them, they did. And it usually gave a good opportunity for me to say, you did so good at this. Have you ever thought about this? If you want to try it, grab some friends, do some practice parties, and you can have this as one of your first, sales submission. So it was really easy to do. All right, let's see. Sarah's watching. Angie, hey Angie, and Destiny, and Samantha. Okay, so I think let's go ahead and get started. Well, a couple things before we get any questions. And again, if you guys see a question and I'm not seeing it, say, Kathy, we have a question, and I'll scroll back up. I have to tell you, new consultant training, relaunching and starting a new consultant is one of the most exciting parts of has always been the most exciting parts of my business. And a lot of it is because typically when you sign them up, typically, probably 100% of the time, they love the products, right? So if you get them to a heightened awareness of how much these products they love and why they love them, and you during the interview process and during the time that you're getting them, signed up for their website and stuff like that, listen, they are so excited about all the things that they have discovered having to do with the products that they're like, they can't sleep. They're so excited. They just want to share it with everybody. So again, those of you listening that are relaunching, those of you listening that are new, and all of the above, listen, embrace it. You only get one chance, one time to be new. Now, when you're relaunching, you can't say I'm new. You can say I'm relaunching. So some of the things that we're going to be talking about today, of course, that's a relaunching excitement. But you really have to think as a new consultant. And let me tell you, there are a lot of people, both in Pampered Chef that I came from after 21 years, and here in Lemongrass Spa, that started saying, I'm just going to do it for the discount. I'm going to do my 3 parties, and then I'm not going to do any more. At Pampered Chef, it was 4 parties, and there were so many high leaders in Pampered Chef that said, after my 4 parties, I'm not going to do it anymore. Now, guys, did you listen to what I said, though? I didn't say, I'm just going to sign up for a personal discount, right? It didn't say, to sign up for a personal user. There's a difference. When you sign up for that personal discount, you comply with, you're in agreement with the 3 parties that our new consultant kit order form requires, you want to comply with it, because what happens, guys, is when you hear somebody say, I just signed up for the discount, they didn't sign up to be a personal user. They signed up to get the discount and do 3 parties. And when those 3 parties start to be a flurry of activity, because think about this, I always say 4 parties. You guys have heard me say 4 parties, and I am really passionate about the 4 parties. And the reason I'm passionate about the 4 parties is because 3 of those parties really could be your launch party. Think about when you invite, let's say, 40 people, and you have 10 show up. What do you do with those other 30? Well, you have a secondary date. I always use the analogy of going to a nice restaurant, or any restaurant. It doesn't have to be nice, a fun restaurant that you love visiting, and you're finished and you want to try that dessert, right? Oh my gosh, they have something new on the menu tonight for dessert. Well, I don't finish my food because I know I can wrap it up and take it home and eat it the next day for lunch, right? Well, all those individuals that did not attend your launch party or your sampling, if you're doing a sampling once a month with your friends, you probably want to think about 2 samplings. Every time a new catalog launches, you guys need to be doing samplings. But anyway, so let's go back to the launch party. So you're a new consultant and you're going to launch your business. It's exciting. Now, it's not about the products as much as it's about the excitement of you starting something new. And the reason I said that is because Lemongrass Spa isn't well known. It was like when I started with Pampered Chef 23 years ago, people thought we were caterers. They're like, oh, do you cater? So I had to describe what we did. So you want to have a commercial ready so that you can share with others what you do. However, when you set up that launch party, what you want to do is say, oh my gosh, I've got a new adventure. Now remember, most of these are your friends. So you can say to them, come and see what I've got myself into. Come and see what I'm going to be starting to support and use. And I think you're going to have some fun at my launch. No, you're going to have some fun at my launch and bring a friend, etc. So again, it's not as much about the products because they're not going to be able to identify the products and you don't want to go too far into details about the products. You can talk about the fact that, you've started to think about cleaner eating and it just made sense that, some of the products you've been using, on your skin, with your makeup, with your kids, you're now knowing, after doing a little research that that's just probably as unhealthy as eating clean. So, you might want to go into something like that, because again, I'm assuming that the reason you're choosing Lemongrass Spa or you've chosen it is because the products are so clean. So when you go to reach out to someone like that, you want to make sure that you have some little snippet, but it's really about coming to support you and your new adventure. And I think that's really important. So again, if we go back to those leftovers, why would you not want to make sure that everyone gets the same opportunity? If they can't attend, it's not because they don't want to attend, it's not because they don't like you, it's because the date wasn't convenient. So if you see a spreading out of friends that weeknights are better than weekends, Saturday mornings are better, Sunday afternoons are better, you might want to do 3 launch parties. Now, those 3 launch parties are perfect for you to put on your new consultant kit order form. However, you want to be able to offer your friends the hosting opportunity, because what happens is when they come to your launch party, they know enough as they start to look at a direct sales model. They've been to direct sales parties before. They have probably even hosted other direct sales parties. They know about parties. So they're going to want to book a party once they fall in love with the skincare, right? With all the products. So here's what I would do. I would take a look at the top 5 friends on, let's say, your Frank's list or your list of 100. Look at the top 5. And those are the ones that you're going to say, I'm so excited to invite you to my launching. And however, I want you to do me a favor. And I know you would do anything for me, no matter what I got myself into, you have my back. So would you be willing to put a date on your calendar and let me bring the products over to you? And let you and your friends have the experience at your house. Yes, I still want you at my launch because I want you to sample the products firsthand so you'll know what I'm bringing to you. And I want you to have that experience, but I know you do that for me. And you, guess what? Your friends are going to say yes, or your family members. So I wouldn't wait for your launch party to get your bookings. this is what I would do. Schedule 2 or 3 launch parties, and then have 2 girlfriends do parties in the same 30 days. And 30 days, listen, you can stretch it out to 45 days if you're willing to go 6 or 8 parties. But if you are saying, I just want to try it with 4 parties, then build those 4 parties into 30 days. What's going to happen if you don't is if you have time between the 2 parties, right? It's going to be like starting all over. It just doesn't feel, you want momentum. And if that's one word that I want to leave you with today, for all of you that are new, all of you who are launching, all of you that maybe just don't have the attractive calendar and the business built the way you want, it is momentum. It is a mindset of knowing that you have to be consistent. And really, guys, that's with anything we do in life. If we want to get good at anything at all, we just keep practicing it. And we don't say, I practice it every Saturday. We're like, I'll practice it every opportunity I get. Sometimes that's every day. Sometimes it's every other day. Of course, you have to decide. But the most important thing is there's momentum there. All right, so we talked about the Franks list. There is a launch list, and I'll go ahead and put it in the Coffee with Kathy group and the community group. The launch list I actually created from my previous gig, and the reason I love that is because, you know, the Franks list is great, so if you use that, go for it. The launch list just gives you a little bit more, it drills down into the categories of the individuals that are already in your life. So I started with a list of 100, and I have to tell you, anytime you start with any list at all, like a Franks list or a launch list or the list of 100, it always grows, correct? I mean, think about it. As you meet people, you add them to that launch list, to that Franks list, to that circle, that list of 100. And sometimes as you meet people, you add them and you might instantly think, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to ask her to be part of, you know, our facial class that I'm offering in January, or part of the hand spa experience and the crash course in brows. And by the way, guys, I just came up with that new theme because I love the fact that sometimes if you get the opportunity to go into a doctor's office, into a teacher's lounge, you know, sometimes I used to do parties right after work at credit unions, and sometimes people love the fact that they didn't have to get in their car at 5 o'clock and beat the traffic. Whoever was hosting would, you know, bring some snacks, go out at lunchtime and get some snacks, some drinks. I would arrive there about 4:30. I'd set up that crash course in brows and the hand spa experience. That's the most fun theme for something like an express party, right? So I think that's something you guys want to think about. So again, so you take a look at your Franks list, and for those of you who are relaunching, or it's the first time of the year, it's a new time of year, you know, circle the top 10 people, and those are the ones, for those of you that are new, you're going to reach out to immediately, because you know whatever you're selling, they are going to be there to help you sell it. The other thing is you want to talk to everyone. I mean, when you're out having conversations with people, you're usually talking to strangers about something that you're passionate about. I mean, honestly, sometimes I'll be standing in the line at Walmart and I'll be remembering something that I just happened, like a restaurant I just visited, or I'll tell you a great story. You guys know I love pickles, and the new pickles was called Wickles. You guys have seen my pickle jar maybe once before on my call, and it's Wickles. Well, I'm in a grocery line at Walmart, and I've got 3 of those jars because I send them out to my friends, and I travel with them. So I had 3 jars, and you know, somebody was behind me, and I always turn to the person behind me. Consistently, 100% of the time, I always turn to the person behind me and start talking to me. That goes back to the days when I used to train my team with, we used to call it shopping for leads. And we would very intentionally have a training call the day before the weekend, and then they would go out and I would teach them how to shop for leads standing in the lines at Walmart or wherever you're going to be shopping. They'd wear a logo wear, or they'd have a catalog or something like that, but we intentionally were prepared for that conversation. And now the beauty of having your iPhone is you can say to that person as you're getting close to it being your turn or you're getting ready to check out, oh my gosh, I'd love to continue this conversation with you. Are you on Facebook? Can I send you a friend request? And if she says yes, you move your cart and then you get your phone out. And I mean, this is when you're finished being checked out. You get your phone out and you turn to her and you say, okay, what's your name? And while she's putting her groceries on the thing, you can tell I've done this. And she tells you her name. And then what happens is you say, is this you? And she's, like, yes, and she's putting her groceries on. And the checkout lady at there's one checkout lady at my local Walmart. And I go through her line if she's there because I just love her to death. And she knows I do it. She knows I do it all the time. So anyway, not 100% of the time, but she's seen me do it. So anyway, so is this you? And I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and send you a friend request, and I said, and by this time I've already had the opportunity either to her to see this or, I've shared some of my lotion with her. And I always share it with the person checking me out also, the checkout person. And if I have a chance to tell her a little bit about what I do, but otherwise, if not, I direct message her and just say, I'm with Lemongrass Spa. Here's my website. We send fun samples out. Would you like a fun sample? So anyway, and Jackie, I'm going to talk about that, Jackie, on today's call because you asked that question, but I want to talk about that. So anyway, but usually what I get a chance to do is tell them about a restaurant or something. Oh, let me go back to the Wickles. I'm sorry. I get so distracted. I'm so sorry about that. It's called, I don't know what it's called. It's called having attention deficit. All right. So anyway, so as I'm talking to them and I get connected with them, this one person, I just said, oh my gosh, have you tried these pickles? So it's so fun to be able to say, have you tried something? It could be something in my cart. It could be something in their cart. I don't care. Guys, I just have a need to always be visiting with people behind me because it's just something I trained on and I do. And so if you don't do it, you need to start because it opens up a world of so much fun and but possibility for future friendships, right? And you guys know I friend everybody on Facebook that I meet at my parties, out and about, etc. All right, so anyway, so I said, have you heard of I'll either ask her about something in her cart or I say, have you heard something about Wickles? And she said no, and I said, oh my gosh, they are amazing. And this is me. I am the drama queen, especially if it's something I'm passionate about. And these Wickles, I'm passionate about. And of course, the checkout lady is sitting there like, or the person that's in front of me checking out, I haven't gotten there yet. They're like, what? Because I'm not real quiet. As you guys know, I'm kind of a little bit flamboyant. But anyway, so I'm like, oh my gosh, they're amazing. And then I go in to describe the pickles down to the detail of how I know they must use a special knife to cut them. I mean, I drill into the details, and you guys need to do that with our products too. I don't drill into the details like, okay, look at the ingredients. It's like I give the description of what happens, I'm sure, at that factory that makes those pickles, right? So anyway, so I go through the line, check out. She goes ahead and, puts all my pickles, ching, ching, as she's checking out, and I turn around and hand it to her as a gift. This is what she does. What? I said, yes, my treat. Now, they're not cheap. They're like $4. I mean, who pays $4 for a jar of pickles? Not me usually, but you'll love them. Okay. So again, these are the type of conversations you guys want. And you want to be excited about your launch party, just like you're excited about your pickles. And again, this launch party celebrates you more than your business. It really does. And that's why your launch party has to be the most successful part of starting. And for those of you that are listening to this call and maybe you signed up just to be a personal user, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. I can fix that. I can fix that for you. I can help you launch. So if you're one of those individuals that you never got a chance to launch, it will be like starting new for you. And I can help you. So you get on my calendar, you message me, private message me, direct message me, and you get on my calendar. I'm sorry that happened to you, and I can help you launch. Okay. So again, it celebrates you more than your business. I mean, you're starting, they're your friends, come on over, come and support me. I have a challenge to book 6 parties in 45 days. There it is. There's your challenge. If you are good, so in love with the products that you want to share them with everybody, and you know you get a paycheck, did you know that our company average is 400? We'll take 25% of that 400, and that's what goes into your bank account every time you party. So you decide what are you going to use it for. You give your family that opportunity to be blessed by the income that only comes from direct sales when it comes in your bank account from sharing the products that you love. I mean, guys, you are sharing a passion. I share Wickles. I'm not pushy about it whatsoever. It's something I love. So you signed up as a newbie listening because you love the products. Get that out to all your friends. They deserve it, and you deserve the opportunity to make some money, to make some new friends when you're out and about, and to have some fun. And listen, the other thing is, I think what happens is you are part of our community group, and that community group is just loving on each other. Do you notice that when somebody asks a question, it's flooded with answers because we care for each other. We have a heart for everyone that's doing this business. We have a heart for you. And so that's why you want to get closer to your goal of giving your calendar, getting your launch party set, because then that community group can support you. They can put their arms around you and say, you're having your launch party. How exciting. Because I see you guys post that at all times about your launch party. And then I see people saying, congratulations, have fun. You post photos, you post, and I would love to see you guys post pictures of your friends at your launch party, right? Go live on your Facebook wall at your launch party. Launch it, celebrate it. I mean, it should be a red carpet event, right? All right, let me go back to my notes. Listen, and the other thing is, guys, when you're starting a new job, I don't care what you're doing, whether you're starting at Target, at Walmart, at corporate America, you're always going to have a training period. And guess what? I'm the national trainer. I'm here for you. So anytime you need me, I have a calendar that's open for you. This calendar is open for you. That's what Heidi hired me for, is to be your trainer. And yes, you've got a leader, and your leader trains, but I partner with your leader. There is no chain of command. You don't have to say, I need to go my leader first. Oh my gosh, she doesn't care. He doesn't care. So again, go through that training period with someone, your leader or with me, because it doesn't last forever. But it does last forever if you don't try to get those 6 parties in 45 days. Now remember, 3 or 4 of those parties really should be in your first 30 days. It's just a great way to get those rewards. You guys know I'm preaching to the choir, but really you want to make the most you can from your first 30 days. And oh my gosh, it's so exciting. All right. So, and make it special, make it big. Listen, your launch party, do something totally out of character. Out of character. Maybe have balloons out on your mailbox. Out of character. You don't ever put balloons on your mailbox. Have them. I mean, do something fun. Have some fun drinks. Have some paper products. Do something totally, make it a true celebration. And listen, have little treats for everybody. And if you are short on finances, don't let that stop. Talk to your leaders. Everybody has samples. Everybody. I have samples. Everybody has samples. Get some little organza bags from the dollar store, something like that. One of the fun things you could do is, because you're going to be advertising, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on a second. If I have a Kleenex. Oh, hold on. Now it's Kleenex. Excuse me, one second. Oh, okay. So, so if you're going to be advertising at your launch party, they're going to do facials. Facials are so easy to do, or hand spas, something like that. Maybe have fun hair bands that you get from the dollar store, or fun little gloves you get from the dollar store. Have something. Go all out. Do something that's very uncharacteristic of you, and just be looking forward to it. Okay, so, the other thing is, if you're if you have a friend that can't make it, and she's, somebody, she's in your top 10 list of friends, and she can't make it, why not have one-on-one coffee with her? Bring her a sample, bring her the catalog, and tell her you would love, 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 love for her to let you come in and do facials for her friends, or have them experience a sampling. The reason I love the word sampling so much, guys, is because that's exactly what we do for and with our friends. We let them sample our products. I mean, really, come over and sample. That's what we do. We let them sample. Because it's hard when you're first starting to know exactly what theme you want to do. What attracts you? Which theme are you going to do? Do you love hand spas like I do? Do you love facials like I do? Make and takes, those are a little bit more challenging. Foot spas, not so much for me, but some of you love them. So what are you attached to? What are something, and you want to start out with something that's very simple, but that you are loving, and that's what the passionate is. Oh my gosh, we had the most fun last night with our facials, right? Absolutely. And the other beauty about you guys doing your launch parties, oh my gosh, think about it. You get the commission and you get the host rewards. And that's the other thing is, I love the fact that you're building onto your kit. During those launch parties, guys, you are building onto your kit. Somebody asked me the other day about what a makeup bar looks like. A makeup bar really is just it's that, minerals collection. I don't know. I have such a mind, customized mineral starter kit. Why can't I think of that? It's a starter kit. So as soon as you get your host rewards from your first launch party, invest into this. Because, guys, you newbies, that's your makeup bar. I mean, make it look fun with a mirror and maybe a couple headbands, but create a little bar look where you've just got this little sample of makeup. You don't have to go big. You don't have to order the second kit right away. You just want to make sure that you have something there that represents our mineral collection. And you can do that because those 2 or 3 launch parties you do, guys, you get the host rewards. I just can't ever figure it out. And it still shocks me that those that sign up don't want to at least get some return on their investment and pay their kit back. Of course you do. And the best way to do that is to share these products with your friends, of course, right? Okay, Kim says, what do you suggest when you are in an area that no one has heard of Lemongrass Spa? Kim, we're going to talk about that. You're a pioneer. You're a pioneer, and that's why I think it's really important, Kim, that you have your launch parties. Because, Kim, you are new. I mean, you're new to you may be new to the company. You have friends, is what I meant to say. And so that's what those launch parties do. I mean, they allow your friends to come on over and sample something they haven't heard of. And the beauty of being a pioneer is that you are new. I mean, you are new. You're bringing something new to your town, Kim. That should be really exciting to you. Think about Pampered Chef. I mean, think about Norwex. I mean, nobody knew anything about those companies. So how did they get started? They were pioneers, but they had to have us carve out the paths for for us to come through. And that's exciting, Kim. It really is. And I'm going to touch on that in just a few minutes. So again, what you want to do, and think about this, guys. If you talk to your friends before your launch party, think about this. Now seriously think about this scenario. You talk to your friends before your launch party, and you invite them to your launch party. But during the time that you're talking to them about what you're doing, I mean, again, these are your friends, your top 5 friends, and they're like, what, Kathy, what are you getting yourself into? Now, again, these are friends that would do anything for you, or family members. What if you had them on your calendar before the launch party? Because again, I don't want you to wait for your launch party to get bookings, because think about this. You do your last launch party, and then and by the way, I would do launch parties on a Tuesday, maybe a Friday night, and a weekend. So I wouldn't do a Monday, the following week. If you're going to do your launch parties, do them within 2 and 3 days of each other. They're at your home. They're practice parties. You're like, oh my gosh, I'll just clean the area they're going to sit at. I'm going to clean the bathroom. That's the only 2 places they're going to be. I mean, seriously. Or grab a friend, have a lunch party at her house, and you give her the rewards. But anyway, don't do one a week launch parties. Do every 2 or 3 days. But anyway, so think about this. So you've got a friend that top 5 friends, and you're telling them about you're trying something new, you need some extra money, you know, you love the products, etc. Don't go into the mission statement or anything like that, please. No. You're going to clutter it up. And then you say to them, listen, I really want to get in front of some people at a real party experience. I need you to get a date on your calendar for me. Yeah, your friends are going to do that. They do anything for you. They'd sell anything for you. So think about this. So you've got your 3 launch parties, and then you've got maybe one other party, you know, and 3 launch parties, and then you've got 3 girlfriends or 4 girlfriends, right? Think about when you go to their party. So now you're sitting down at Sandy's party, your girlfriend Sandy's party, and somebody comes up and says, oh my gosh, this was so fun. I want to book. And you say, okay, let me show you the dates I have available. And you open your calendar and they see dates on your calendar. In fact, you're booking 2 months out. What would that look like to that person sitting next to you? Oh my gosh, this is really taking hold. This is really becoming popular. Oh my gosh, she's really busy. This is something. It's a great recruiting tool, but it makes you feel so good. So working that kind of system up front, if you will, oh my gosh, it makes all the sense in the world, really. So, so again, if you can't get all your friends to a launch party, do one-on-one coffees. And at the coffee, they're your friends. You ask them for a booking. You ask them to get on your calendar. You tell them you are going to offer their friends hand spa experiences, you know, crash course in brows, facials. It doesn't matter. They will book for you. Just because they couldn't attend your launch party, they will get that date on the calendar for you. Yes. Now, the other thing is, make sure that that you are understanding our host rewards program as far as, you know, knowing that your friends do get cash. I call it shopping cash. Really, it is shopping cash. And you want to make sure that they know that this is something that you're giving to them. You are giving them that as a gift, for sure. All right, so we talked about the launch party. Friday night, that's when if you're dying to do your foot spas, go for it. Absolutely. You have lots of people in Lemongrass Spa that do foot spas. They'll love to teach you how to do it and show you how to do it. Do that on a Friday night girls' night out. I mean, that would be fun as one of your launch parties, right? All right, you see here. And I think with starting this as a pioneer, being new, I think really, when I moved my business, I was so excited about the product line. It was, of course, Pampered Chef, that I wanted to tell everybody. I mean, I was so excited. And when I met my neighbors, I said, oh my gosh, we've got some great, solutions. We've got, you guys, you're not new to the business. You know, if you're new to the business and new to the area, get on my calendar. But if you're not new to the business, you're not new to the business, and you want to get some. And if you're not new to the area and you're new to the business, you have a sampling at your house. If nobody has heard about it and you're not new, you have a great time to have people over for coffee, to have people at your house. That's where the samplings really need to come in. And I think 70% of what we feel about startups, relaunching, moving to a new area, I think it's mental. I think a lot of it is, how do you feel about it? If you feel pushy, if you feel hesitant about what you love most about the products, you're probably not in the right product line. I mean, I could probably work for Wickles. That's how strong and passionate I am about that pickle company. So again, I'm as passionate about that with Lemongrass Spa. Are you? So again, everybody loves to be part of something new. So everybody's laughing, but it's true, right? So again, think about why you're doing what you're doing. For those of you who are new, why? Why did you start this? What are some of the things that you are the most excited about? And that's your passion, right? I mean, yeah, that's your passion. The best part is everybody wants to be part of something that's new in the area. A new restaurant just opened up. Oh my gosh, we have to go and try it, right? That's absolutely right. So you are launching a new product, absolutely. And again, it's like that Walmart. I found those new pickles. I can't wait to tell everybody about those pickles. And I have to tell you something. when I'm doing a checkout, and typically what I do is I bring out my lotion. This is probably one of the easiest things for me to transition to talk to somebody, that's checking me out. I bring my lotion out and I squeeze a little bit in my hands and I said, would you like some? 9 times out of 10, they say, sure. And I said, now I have a secret to tell you, sniff it. And she goes like this. And I said, what does it smell like? It smells like cranberries or whatever I'm using. And I said, it's considered fragrance free. And I said, because the company that I support, the product line that I support, and the company I work with, we offer all of our products are toxin free, they're gluten free, chemical free, fragrance free, all the above. We know that it's just healthier for people. Would you, and then you can go into or not. Would you like me to send you a couple more samples? Would you like me to bring you back some samples? When do you work? I mean, this is the easiest thing. I was at Starbucks when I was visiting my niece in Erie, Pennsylvania around Thanksgiving. And it was me, my niece, and my daughter. I don't know if I shared this story. I should have with you guys. But so we were all we'd just go in the bathroom, Starbucks, and we were all going like this. And the checkout girl said, oh my gosh, that smells heavenly. I said, it does. You want some? She said, I can't. Now, I didn't realize this. She said, because I touch beans. And she said, so any oils or any fragrance from whatever we wear, we're not allowed to wear perfume or anything like that. She said it will get into the bean and it will get into their coffee. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So what I said to her is, you know what? Let me go ahead and send you a sample. I've got one of these at home. When I get back to North Carolina, I'll send you one. And so she gave me her information right there. Well, my daughter and my niece are going like this. Gosh. It's like, do you never stop? They were laughing, but they were also very proud of the exchange of conversation that took place because it was very caring. I was very sweet. She was very sweet. There wasn't the least bit pushiness going on at all. I got back. I sent her a text. I reminded her where I met her. And I sent her a sample pack. And I followed up with her. And we're Facebook friends. And it's just been so much fun. I mean, she's young. She's not interested in, her friends or anything like that. But it didn't matter. I didn't know that at the time. That's not what I was going for. I was going to be able to share. And I didn't even do that intentionally, give us hand lotion. I wasn't even thinking that way because, usually if I'm with my daughter, I kind of, don't want to go into business mode, but it happens. So anyway, so listen, when I moved to a new location, I had to find a new hairdresser, grocery store, Walmart, orthodontist for my kids. We did Kumon, so we had a new Kumon center. I visit doctors, dentists. So listen, you get to tell everybody. I brought catalogs and Season's Best cookbooks. We didn't have samples. I used to laugh and say, I could bring you a piece of broken stone so you could see what our baking stones look like. But, I just made sure that everywhere I went, I just introduced myself. I'm here checking in. And by the way, I'm with Lemongrass Spa. We have some amazing products in here, and they're just really, really healthy products. I want to go ahead and leave you a couple catalogs, ladies, and leave you some samples. And I'll circle back to see what you think and, if you'd like any more samples. So again, it's just a real easy way. And of course, your spouse can help. Your kids, my kids are some of the biggest supporters of our products because Sam uses all the men's line, and he's now in Tennessee with some guys in his own apartment, and they always say, Miss Yelitz, Miss Kathy, Mom, can you support us, can you hook us up again? So you guys have so many ways to really get, this be pioneers and get this new product launch out there. And of course, there's vendor events, there's trade shows. I don't know if you've ever heard of meetupgroups.com, meetupgroups.com, all one word, meetupgroups.com. It's another way that you can meet people. Listen, you're the coolest thing in town. If Kim, you're the coolest thing in town, you have something cool to share. You're the new business, new product on the block, right? On the corner, you were there. And it's fun because nobody has been to our parties. That's the other thing is everybody has been to 31. Oh, I've been to Pampered Chef. I'll just order from the catalog. That was probably one of my biggest challenges the last 5 years of my business. Everybody knew Pampered Chef. And they're like, oh, no, hun, or no, hun, Kathy, I know what I want, or I've got enough, you know, and I have to talk myself real like a little hamster on that wheel, and I have to talk really fast to say, oh, but we've got some new colored stones, or we've got a new mix and chop, and it does this. You know, I had to do that when somebody said, oh, no, honey, I already know about Pampered Chef. I'm good, thank you. Nobody knows about us. I mean, that's why I think you guys need to advertise the theme parties. Oh my gosh, we do facials, and everything that we use is toxin-free, fragrance-free. If you're gluten-free, if you have gluten-free friends, bring them along. So, and the other thing is, so again, nobody's been to our parties. I don't know if you guys realize that. We're all new. It's all fun. Right? So the other thing is have supplies in your cars. I can't tell you how many times I've been out and about without even a catalog. I know. I can't believe it. I just don't do it anymore. I mean, in fact, today I'm going to go out. Reminder, Kathy, I'm going to go out and stock my car. I love having catalogs. I love having the mini catalogs. You guys know I love those host and join brochures. They're my mini catalogs. Those are usually what I carry around. And I select a big purse purposely because I want those host and join brochures to be in there and be able to have some samples. I am having oh my gosh, you guys know when I did your training yesterday, I took that Take 5 candy bar and attached it to that recruiting flyer. Why would we not take that Take 5 candy bar and attach it to that mini catalog and say, just take 5 minutes, browse through the catalog, I'll be in touch. Seriously, and that's when if you don't have the opportunity to do friends on Facebook, you want to make sure you have a little tablet. I have to tell you, this is the tablet. I got this in Kim Merritt's. When I went out to do a downline visit, I had this, we had a birthday party, and I got this at the birthday party. I get so many comments when I would open it up, and I would put their names and stuff on this. So, you know, it was a conversation starter for sure. I love using fun pens. You guys know that I love using fun pens because fun pens, you know, they're like, where did you get that pen? So I always make something fun. Usually this will light up, but anyway. So I always like using some real unique things that call attention to what I'm doing. I'm not. You guys don't want to be normal, okay? Host packets in car. And I know, we don't use that word pushy anymore. If you've trained with me, you know we don't have that in our vocabulary because there's no such thing about being pushy when you love something. Not at all. I'm not pushy at all when I do those pickles. I'm not pushy at all when I ask them if they want a little squirt. I'm not pushy at all. Not at all. I don't believe in that. What you're doing, guys, for those of you that are relaunching, you're sharing with your friends. Why? Why not? Why would you hold back, right? So whatever you're giving, hosting, business opportunity, it's always a gift. I mean, it's always a gift, right? You're giving always a gift. So I think, again, 70%, I heard this yesterday, is mindset. And I believe that. So, let's clear the cobwebs and get anything out of there that could be a least bit negative. And, there it goes. Yeah. And I love this because this is what I usually will try to do as I'm writing their information. If they don't have Facebook or we're not able to do Facebook. Okay. And guys, listen, you can always start with one party. For those of you that are listening to this call, and maybe no one gave you the opportunity to launch. Maybe no one told you about the 30-day strong start. Maybe not. And again, I'm sorry for that. I am very sorry that happened to you. And but it's okay because the beauty of direct sales is we have do-overs all the time. We have do-overs with new catalogs. We have do-overs in January. We have do-overs when we're like, really? You can make money with that? Hello? Let's do it over again. Let's do it the right way. And it's not really the right way. It's let's do it the way it was designed to do. There's no right or wrong. It's just a model within direct sales. And this is the model that everybody follows if they want to try it. Even if they say, I'm just signing up for the discount, try it with your free launch parties. Oh my gosh, I know you'll fall in love with it, right? And so will your friends. So again, just 3 things I'll leave you with, and then we'll take the questions. Passion, talk to everybody, and momentum, because the momentum is the key. You just do it, and you do it, and you do it, and you just love it for sure. All right, so let's have questions. Julie says she always keeps a little goodie bag on your purse, at least 5. Yeah, oh, that's great. Julie, that is great. That is perfect. Perfect. April, the logo convention tote is perfect, yes. And I'll tell you something. I'll bet if you went back to your leader, and if you have never, if you're a personal user, you didn't sign up for the discount, because if you signed up for the discount, you'd have done the 3 parties. You signed up just to be a personal user. And again, I don't get it. I don't know what that is, because we never had that in Pampered Chef. So it's a little bit I always have this little, what? It's a little cloudy still for me. However, if you did sign up to be a personal user and you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I want to, gosh, that crazy lady, Kathy, she said she'd help me. I'm going to go for it. Well, then tell your leader. And I'll bet your leader would even, if you had your 3 parties booked, I bet she'd even treat you to that tote. I'll bet she would. Maybe not, but it's worth a try. I always say this, it's always a no unless you ask. But again, you want to make sure that you are meeting her where, you know, she would want you to be before she gives you anything, you know, like a gift, like a celebration gift. And that would be making sure you have your 3 parties, right? Your 3 lunch parties. All right. Let's see who else. Questions. It is, Kim, it is super excited. And Kim, I can help you with word choices. I mean, I can help you with all of that. If you want to put together a plan, I can help you. But Kim, however, Kim, you want those those samplings at your home. And even if you don't call them samplings, Kim, even if you say, I'm grabbing some friends and we're going to do some fun facials. There we go. Everybody's going to leave with a cute hairband. There we go. I mean, it really has to do with what they're going to experience and then how excited you are that you're offering it, right? For sure. Oh, I know, Diane. I love that pioneer word. Yes, I think about I love old westerns, wagon train. I think about wagon train. Yep. I am so dating myself. Oh my gosh, yes, for sure. Who else? Anybody have any questions? What do you suggest when you're in there? We talked about that, Kim. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I don't have questions here. I can't believe that. Come on, guys. This is your time. This is your time. I mean, I feel like I do all the talking. It's because, Kathy, you did. Basket parties. And you know what? I'm not going to talk about it. No, I'm not a fan of basket parties. And the reason I'm not a fan of basket parties is because, maybe that's what, maybe April was saying. She searched basket party and she found catalog parties. The only reason I'm not a fan of basket parties, quite honestly, is they get expensive. If you're higher up in the food chain and you're making, you know, great income, or you're making income that you didn't have it tagged for anything else when you started, oh my gosh, yes, for sure. But listen, catalog parties, they're perfect. Tuck a couple samples, 7 to 10 catalogs, spatulas so they can share with everybody. Listen, this is what they share. This is what I leave my dentist's office right there. And I say, make sure you're nice, make sure you share. Remember what your mom taught you. And they do share and they love it. And that's before I go back to get my teeth cleaned. And when I come back, they're like, I say, okay, I smell that. You guys are sharing. Good for you. All the catalogs, all the ways that they can contact me. Yeah, for sure. All right. Somebody did say something here. Hold on a second. Kathy, I thought you meant a basket party was the same thing as a catalog party. No, not at all. A basket party is where you actually create this really beautiful, you go out, get the basket. I mean, it is crafts. I mean, it is somebody that is just very DIY. I mean, if you've ever seen Megan, Ashley has a beautiful basket example. You've got Megan, you've got Jen Pisa. I mean, I'm sure I could go on and on. When you see these baskets, you're like, wow, that is amazing. But there's a lot of work and a lot of expense to them. Now, again, you do get your return on your investment, but starting out, it's just not what I do. It's just not what I suggest for my newbies. No, a catalog party is where you find some fun catalog holders, you know, some envelopes and stuff like that. And I mean, we've talked about catalog parties. I'm not going to go into that. There's a whole bunch of training on catalog parties in the Coffee with Kathy group. I think there's a video on it even. But yeah, no, it's definitely 2 different things. Basket parties and catalog parties for sure. Yep. So I can connect with the man husbands so the women get the stuff they want. If you work in an office, Becky, where you connect with the men. You know, it's really, it's tricky. It's not impossible. It's tricky only because certain men are like, oh man, I don't fool with that stuff. And that's a harder nut to crack. So you just want to make sure you have the personalities there that you feel like they would run home to give their wife that sample, for sure. Yep. Okay. Let's see. How hard is Facebook parties? Ruth, here's how I feel about Facebook parties. In-home parties, and Ruth, and I know you're not asking, I know you didn't ask that question, but I'm going to give you the answer eventually, I promise. So Ruth, Facebook, our business, the direct sales model is built on in-home parties, because a Facebook party, you can't do this. Oh my gosh, smell this. Is that amazing? She said she uses it on her feet at night. That can't happen at a Facebook party. It only happens in an in-home party. That's why we're called a party plan. MLMs, multi-level marketing companies, are more geared and trained to sell online. I mean, they have tons of products that don't need the whiff, and stuff like that. So with a party plan, that's where the source of your income and business and reorders come from. So that is your really kind of your meat, your entree. The Facebook parties and the catalog parties, they're your appetizer or your dessert, right? I mean, they're out there during the month that you're working your in-home parties. They're out there being fillers, connecting with people long distance, connecting with people that work with people you'll never meet. And so there's a purpose to these parties, Facebook parties. I'm connecting with a host that she is just always on Facebook. She lives long distance, or she's turned you down for an in-home party, even if she lives local. And so you offer her the opportunity to party with her friends on Facebook because she's there. The difficulty comes, Ruth, is when you haven't chosen the right host. That's it, in a bottom line. And that's why my Facebook parties come from my Facebook friends. I see them on there a lot. I read their posts. I go to their timeline. I browse through and say, perfect person to have a Facebook party. I need one more this month. So my party, in-home party and catalog parties come from my in-home parties, because I can't interview that host that I'm wanting for a Facebook party at my in-home party. The people that are waiting to place their order are not going to like you. They're not going to like the fact that you're sitting there. Okay, tell me a little bit about how experienced you are on Facebook, because we offer Facebook parties. And yet, if you don't have that conversation and you sign her up for a Facebook party, I'm going to say 80% of the time, guys, you can tell me how many of you have successful Facebook parties if you just talk to somebody about how easy it is. They got in and they realized, oh my gosh, this is not me. And they just go into a witness protection program, right? Because we didn't really tell them what it takes for them to say, oh no, I'm not on Facebook a lot, right? So anyway, so yes, Ruth, they are possible. And I think the important thing is you talk to your upline leader, because chances are he or she may be great at Facebook parties. We also have a Facebook party, a mock Facebook party group. And Ruth, if I were you, I would go in there and kind of look at the posts and, what we're doing to get engagement and attraction, stuff like that. The other thing I'm going to recommend you guys might want to do is go to your leader and ask if you can shadow a Facebook party that they're doing. I mean, you have to go in and shadow only, which means you don't talk or comment or like or anything like that. But that's a great training opportunity for you. I love reminding leaders that when they offer, shadowing opportunities, it's on the job training that is just amazing. So, Susan, basket parties, if you go into the Coffee with Kathy group and search basket parties, you will see, I think I've done a video on a training call with Ashley. You'll see pictures. You'll see conversations. So go there, and then if you still have some more questions after you browse all the comments and the conversation, message me. But I think all the information there about basket parties are there for sure. And you could scroll through the photo file, the photos there in Coffee with Kathy, and you'll see some baskets, because I think we've got example of baskets too. Yep. Oh, there was another comment before that. Becky. Okay, let me see. Okay, from you, Becky. Oh, what is the best way to get out wish list before Valentine's Day? You know, Becky, I think the best way to sell for Valentine's Day is to circle back to your existing hosts and your customers in your customer group and your friends and say, this is a great way to package up a Valentine gift. In fact, I'm going to make a note, and I'll go ahead and post some, Becky, I'll post a Valentine post and some commercials for Valentine's Day. I think it's a little bit early, so let's wait. Let's wait. I mean, I'll post it, I promise, when I think the timing is right, and I'll tag you, Becky, on it. Tag Becky, post Valentine. Yeah. So I think we probably should wait at least maybe until the 14th of this month, or maybe a little bit longer later. Because a lot of times if you tell somebody too early and they're like, oh, I'm not ready for that yet, you lose them. So good question, Becky. Oh, love it. Okay. Let me see. Thanks, Becky. How can I ask a potential client to host an event without scaring her off? Our relationship is still really new, but she could put me in a contact. Michelle, you don't want to ask a new person for a party. And I know I said don't use the word party, but you guys know what I mean. No, I wouldn't do it. How you start the conversation. Oh, and this is a great answer for, oh my gosh, Jackie. So I'm going to answer you. I'm going to answer you, Michelle. I'm going to answer you, and I'm going to answer Becky at the same time. So hang in there with me. First, I'm going to go back to Becky, because I think Becky's question earlier is going to help you, Michelle, and then I'll elaborate a little bit more. So we did that panda post yesterday, and I wanted you to post it. I suggested you post it on your personal page. Now, when you guys post something on your personal page about your business that you want to intentionally get some new leads from, there's two ways to do it. The first way is to say, oh my gosh, if you want to know more about this, head over into my community group or customer group. It doesn't matter what you guys call it. And you include the link. But it has to be something enough. You have to say enough that gets them to say, oh my gosh, I need to know more, right? So I always use, like and do a visual, a graphic that, is funny, that's, do you do this and this, got the answer for you, something that would want them to know the answer. With the panda thing, what I was suggesting, and maybe I just didn't give you enough details, is that you post it, and when you start to get people to say, I found it, you direct message them, which is another word for private message. I just like direct message. And you say to them, oh my gosh, you found it so fast. Listen, thank you for playing. And by the way, we've got our winter catalog as just, getting ready we're going to be ready to close shop. I thought I might go ahead and send it to you and one of our winter samples. How about that? So again, you open the conversation up with what you're offering, and it's not asking. So that's where, Michelle, I would start the relationship with offering something. Would you like a catalog? Yes. Oh my gosh. And Michelle, this is where I would go with that. I would say to her, if you know she works outside the home, would you like me to include several more catalogs and some samples, and would you like to share them with your friends? Now, again, you don't talk about the host rewards or anything like that. And if she says, sure, that sounds like fun, then you say, great, it'll go in the mail tomorrow, and I'll touch base with you and make sure you received it. Then when she gets it, you say, by the way, as you're sharing the catalog, I've tucked in some order forms, because if anybody wants to purchase and you get up to $200 in those orders, you will receive, and then you add a special bonus gift to it, Michelle, because you want to say, and as my thank you, I'm going to give you this. So, I mean, again, it's just, you will be able to participate, our host rewards, and earn some shopping cash. I wouldn't say how much it is or anything like that, just shopping cash. And I'm going to, as a thank you, I'm going to offer you, additional $5 or something. It doesn't matter. So back to to Becky. I think it's Becky. It doesn't sound Becky. Is it Becky? No, it wasn't Becky. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Somebody asked a question. It wasn't Becky. Anyway, they asked a question and I said, I'll talk about it today. But it was about the panda thing. So the panda thing, you're not asking for a party, or you're not saying I offer parties. No, the panda thing, like with you, Michelle, you're catching their attention with something. With you, Michelle, it's, I'd love to share the catalog with you. And then she says yes, type of thing. Or I'd love to share a sample of Lemongrass Spa with you. Would you be interested? I mean, I don't know if she's, if you've given her anything or she knows you're a consultant or anything like that. That would probably make a little difference too. But no, I don't think you should ever ask her to do anything for you. Now, you can, Michelle, have something at your house, like a fun facial party. And you can say, if you'd like to come over, I'm having a few friends over, and just, or sampling or whatever like that. So I think the key is you've got to move into where you are inviting her to let you meet her friends, because that's really what you're doing. You want to meet her friends, like you said, but you can't start that way. So I hope that makes it clear. And gosh, I can't remember. Jackie. Oh my gosh, it was Jackie. So Jackie asked about the panda. So yes, the panda is just you being able to find who you're going to direct message. So, I had 37 the last time I posted it. So I direct message all 37 of them. I sent them a catalog. I tucked a little sample in, and then I followed up with them. I first made sure they got the catalog and then said, you love the sample. Just want to let you know this is some of the things that I offer. If you're ever interested, I'd love to meet your friends. I'd love to offer you and your friends, facials, hand spas, etc. Winterizing. I'm teaching winterizing the skin this month. So again, you act it as though you're doing it for others, and you would love to have them part of it if they'd like to. It's like, oh, if you'd like to, you can do it. So you have to be very casual, because really, it's just something that is a very casual invitation for them. Yeah, Lisa, bingo. She said Facebook parties, the host will make or break for sure. April said she actually just went live with my download for, live is it. Okay. Diane says, I got what you're saying, Kathy. The pink light bulb just turned on. MLM doesn't need to generally sample people and get products on their skin. Oh, it's different. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And when I'm in a mall or a store, a nice store, and when I used to buy Clinique, I always went to the Clinique counter to say what's new. And she never handed me a sample. She would let me sample it, or she'd say, we don't have any samples. But Kathy, if you buy it, you don't like it, you can always bring it back. Who wants to bring it back? Maybe I lose the receipt, right? So, again, yes, it is so different. Yep. Okay, Becky, I'll help you, girl. What can I do with extra holiday gift guides for 2017? Susan, here's how I think about it. Well, first of all, I think that you put them out all over the places that you visit. And we have a saying that we put on our catalogs, and I forget what it is, but something that says we have a new winter catalog, a full winter catalog. It's something that you put on the front. I'm paraphrasing, but it talks about the fact that contact me, send me a text. Here's my texting number if you'd like our full size winter catalog. So you put them all over the place. You just everywhere you go with that. And I actually take a black magic marker. And if you have good handwriting, and I actually handwrite my note on it, because people see handwritten notes versus when you put it on a label and you type it and stuff like that. So, oh my gosh, everywhere. And then just say, text me if you'd like our full, and I would say, text me if you'd like our full winter catalog. It's free, something like that. Yeah, let me see. Susan, I still use mine. It's all products that are in the current catalog. Yeah, they are. That's true. That's true, Julie. That's true. That's absolutely true. Yep, that's true. You could use them as like a mini product catalog. Sure, absolutely. Good job. Can you Google Forms to offer samples of people that live far away and ask them to post in your group about the products? Yeah, Ruth, I would use Google Forms as your a guest survey, a customer survey. If you search in Coffee with Kathy the word Google Forms, you will see examples and a YouTube tutorial how to create Google Forms. But Ruth, what I would be doing is I would collect testimonials, And instead of asking them to post in your group, ask them if you could gather a testimonial. Know what they purchased. Give them a shout out via FaceTime or video chat messenger. Ask them if they have a few minutes. Just say, you want to get their feedback for the product they purchased, and you would love it if they would allow you to use it as a testimonial. You use their first name only, etc. So I think I would do that before I'd ask them to come in and do the testimonial themselves. And I think that's perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's how I would start. Yeah. Okay. This one's old. Contact me to see what's new. Yeah, that would be on the winter catalog. Thank you so much, April. On the winter catalog, we do say this one's old. Contact me to see what's new. Yeah. That's what we put on the winter catalog when we're going into spring. Yep. Okay. Michelle says, thanks. I already set her up with a catalog and samples. She's following my business page and we're now Facebook friends. Just trying to feel my, okay. So this is what I do, Michelle. Is now you have her with catalog and sample, I would circle back and say, I sent you one of my favorite samples. Tell me, how did you love it? And, get some feedback. And if you can, Michelle, ask her if she has a few minutes to chat by messenger video or to FaceTime. And say, I love communicating that way. Would that work for you? And sometimes when I say, can we video chat via messenger, people were like, oh, I don't know how to do that. I'm like, oh, no problem at all. Just press the connect button when it shows up. Is now a good time? Or, when is a good time? So what we do is I video chat with them. And that's when, can you see their face? They see you. It's just that bridging, if you will. And that's why when you guys, back to your question, Ruth, about Facebook parties, you've got to do live videos. I mean, you've got to come live. If you don't come live, I'm not even sure how successful you could ever be in a Facebook party with the type of products we have, because you should be showing them how to put the mask on. You should be showing them how to do their hand spas. You should be showing them all that in a Facebook party, because they shouldn't be left out of not seeing a live hands-on demonstration or being part of one as much as possible, just because they couldn't show up at a party or couldn't do a party, and your host will love you for it. So Michelle, I would go back and I would say, and say, by the way, now if she lives close, and I'm assuming she does, if she lives close, say, by the way, we offer, and then just whatever you're the most comfortable with, hand spa experiences where I teach. I would teach all your friends how to winterize their hands, and it's fun because I bring some fun gloves. Is this something you might be interested in? Is this something you might be interested in? Or would you like to grab a few friends and let me treat them to a hand spa experience? So I think you're in a good place, Michelle. They've got the catalog. Circle back, have her, ask her how she's loving them, and just say, I just wanted to check and see how you love the sample. Do you have a few minutes to video chat? I'd love to get your feedback. And of course, if she said, I haven't tried it, say, oh my goodness, try it for me. I'm dying to hear how you love it. And then just say, I'll circle back with you in a couple of days and we can chat then. So again, then you put it on your calendar to circle back. Yeah. I'm so glad, Michelle, you're asking these questions, and Becky. And Jackie, did you hear my answer about the panda? Yeah. Yeah. So Jackie, I answered your question about the panda. Yes. We do not want to ask for parties. No. And you didn't say that, Jackie. I'm just laughing. Some of them know we don't ask for parties. No, we start slow. We just get in there. We get, here's their circle, and you're out here, and you get a little closer, a little closer, a little closer, but it's baby steps for sure. Yep. It's baby steps. It's interesting, guys. When somebody says to me, Kathy, I heard about your blah, blah, blah. I'd like to try it. I'm like, oh my gosh, absolutely. Now, why don't we do this? Why don't you grab a few friends? I'll bring it over, and all your friends can try it. Yeah, that's what I do. I never say, I'll take your order. I mean, if they say no, of course I take my order, but I just like to be able to offer them the opportunity, and then it's free. I mean, then it's free for them, and they don't know that you can bring it over and let their friends sample. They don't know that. Listen, people have never been to one of our parties. They don't know. They don't know what we do. What do we do? Oh my gosh. What do we do? What don't we do? Right? Yeah. Yep. Oh, Diane, what's panda? Diane, in the Coffee with Kathy group, we had a graphic that you had to find a panda in all the snowmen. So you must have missed that. I'm surprised, Diane. You're always up. You're always in there, girl. You need to go find it. I think I did it yesterday morning. Yep. Fun day, Friday fun day, I think it was. Yep. All right, guys, any other questions? I wanted this to be about our newbies. I wanted to inspire. I wanted to engage. Does that sound familiar? I wanted to instruct. I wanted to inform. Comes from some of our training we did this past week, right? Anyway, so I hope this has been helpful. And listen, guys, and I don't need to remind you, I am your national trainer. This is what I do. So you can feel, oh, Kathy, you're so busy. Well, I'm busy because you keep me busy. So if you don't keep me busy, Heidi may wonder why she hired me. So keep me busy. Again, I'm here for you. I am 100% here for you. If you're a leader and you're watching, I do team trainings. People bring me in for their monthly team trainings all the time via Zoom. I love it. Don't forget we have regional. And if you're new and you're saying, what's a regional? That's where your leader needs to bring me out to their region and do regional training. My calendar is booked through, I've got some more openings in March, and I'm doing a couple in April, but I want to do at least 2 a month, if not 3. So get with your leaders and say, how come we haven't had Kathy out? How come, we do a spa escape with them or a spa spectacular, and then I do a regional training, a 3-hour regional training, and it's fabulous. Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. It's just amazing. So anyway, okay guys, I think we're going to wrap up. Let me see. I don't think we have any other questions. Does somebody see a question? I don't think so. But if I didn't answer your question, I didn't see you, or you didn't ask a question, just message me and I'll be glad to help you any way that I can. All right, so I am going to wrap up. Oh, you're so welcome, Jackie. You guys, I love you so much. You all so much, and I can't wait to, continue to be part of your success. And again, allow me. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Saturday. I know I will. All righty, bye-bye, guys.